Damn. Damn. I don't even know how to even start this, man. He's in my industry. You see, like for me, I think, I don't try to do many collabs because I just prefer just to keep things in-house. Hence why, I may do a collab here, collab there with guys that I really know. And I just like to, share things with the football hot community because I think we're like an indie band. I like to just because I think really the stuff that entertains the most are the hangouts, Nothing against the other YouTubers out there. I just think that the hangouts, because of the particular personalities we have the hangouts, we have a particular sense of humor, and there's just a particular vibe that we have. I'm like, I don't need to do any collabs. The collabs are with you guys in the hangouts, which I just find a lot more fun than other YouTubers out there. Call me wrong, but I feel that the streets, the panel guys are way more dynamic, way funnier, with a darker, weirder sense of humor than all these other YouTubers out there. So no point in doing collabs. But I've got to be aware of what's happening in the industry. And this has sent shockwaves. Again, it is all allegations. It is innocent until proven guilty. And we cannot make any decisions. I'm sorry, we do not live in the world of guilty until proven guilty. No, it is innocent until proven guilty. But as we will learn in this video, it don't look good for young Philly, man. Because it's a guy this is who we know him for. Him and Chunks doing charity matches, doing all of these other collabs, all these interviews, and they just seem as very positive people. Happy people that like to bring a lot of joy. And I'll tell you why you have to look past all that, But yeah, man, it's real. He can't leave Australia because of these charges that have been put up against him. And, I believe he's got a court date in December, but, it's some serious charges. It's some serious charges because assault is involved. It's sexual that's involved. These are some serious charges. And if proven guilty, prison for a while. So because you have to, and I think you have to, he is massive. He literally is one of the biggest he's one of the biggest football YouTubers on the planet. On the planet. Like, you cannot think of many, in terms of just his popularity, who he's worked with, the rooms he's been in, what he's able to do. Him and Chunks, they are one of the biggest within this football YouTube industry. So this is huge. It's massive. We're sending shockwaves, especially for all the people that he's worked with. So, because, you think of Culture Cams, you look of Harry Pinero, you look at Robbie Arsenal Fan TV, all these guys who would have been in close proximity. This is shocking. So let's look at these charges. So, the 29-year-old has been charged with 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent, 3 counts of assault occasioning bodily harm. He's also facing a charge of impeding a person's normal. God damn! Choking, normal breathing or circulation by applying pressure to their neck. Mr. Barrientos was casually dressed in a grey jumper and spoke only to acknowledge his name and the charges against him. Jesus. The prosecutor also provided the magistrates with photos that were not shown to the court, which he said went to the question of consent. In reference to what the photos depicted, the prosecutor said no ordinary person can consent in those circumstances. Across her body is a history of violent acts. We see those photos and what is alleged is beyond the pale, beyond what could be considered to be a consensual act. Western Australia police prosecutor Julius De Petro had opposed that application, alleging there was an extremely strong prosecution case supported by CCTV and photo evidence. Do you know what this reminds me of? You see, remember Benjamin Mendy? No evidence. Nobody was there. No one knows anything. You can't assume anything with Mendy. So we do not know what happened. Mason Greenwood. We heard the audio. We saw what her face looked like. Diddy. We saw the CCTV. And we saw you drag a woman by her hair and kick her while she was on the floor. That makes you feel. So Diddy, hence why he didn't explain it. He didn't say, oh, so he said, there is no explanation, there is no justification for what Diddy did. And so for all of us, because we saw the images, oh no, Diddy, you are guilty of that. You have to rot for what you did. So why this is bad? Again, it's innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. But this doesn't look good. Because if they have photos, history of bodily harm, there's CCTV footage. But here's the thing then. Again, we don't know what's going to happen. We have to see what happens. But it's like, a lot of people are saying, I think it was AK who said, man, you don't really know people, like the people that you see like on the surface, you don't really know what they're really like. So I'm going to give you two stories here, like one story and another story. So let me give you the story in terms of that. So Half Hope is my alter ego. So do you know what it's like? Let's say for those of you who watch wrestling, The Rock is an exaggerated version of Dwayne Johnson. So that is where I almost take my inspiration from. Apart from acting, it's really from wrestling. Because the Rock is Dwayne Johnson. But when you meet Dwayne Johnson, that isn't The Rock. So the Rock is just a much more exaggerated, heightened version of Dwayne Johnson. So Half Hope is just a much more exaggerated, heightened version of my real self. So when you meet me, you will see aspects of Half Hope, but not really, because it's sort of a lot more toned down because I'm meeting you face to face. But the alter ego that's on camera, that's a performer, is a bit more heightened, similar to wrestling. And there are times when I get really hyper. Half Hope is as if my real stuff took 4 lines of Sconteriga. So that's just for when the Half Hope is really hyper. So the YouTubers that you see on screen, it's a performance. And it's not really the person you see in real life because they're performing for the camera. They have to put a certain image for the camera. Now, that image could be something completely different from who they are really in real life, or it could just be a much more heightened version of who they are in real life. So that's just what the YouTube game is, and that is what the kind of performance game is. It's just like, it's so. If, let's say, he's found guilty, will I be shocked? No. Because people say, oh, no, but he was such a nice guy. Look at the smile. He's so lovely. I'm like, that's a performance. That is his YouTube performance. And the average, like I told you, in real sense, I'm not really the ideal YouTuber because what they say for your YouTuber is to be positive, to be happy, to do things that make people smile and make people happy. I'm a prick. Half Hope is a prick. Like, I piss people off, I annoy people, and I go against the grain, and I just say things to piss people off because I don't want to be popular. I just want to say what I believe in. So I'm not here to be, oh hi, smiling. No, I'm like, no, I say stuff that no, I think this is real. And I like to argue, I like to debate, I like to piss people off. That's just what I am. So that is just my angle. And that's who Half Hope is. He just keeps it a stack. But for this, this is the YouTuber way of like, look, this image represents the YouTuber way. But yeah, if he is found guilty, you shouldn't be shocked because it's a performance. And the question lies is all these guys that you see on YouTube and all these YouTubers, don't assume what you see on YouTube is how they are when the camera is off. So once they stop recording, a lot of these guys are not who you see on YouTube. What you see on YouTube, it's a performance, it's a facade, it's a front. So, because again, that's way different for me. This is a heightened version of myself, but there are still similarities. So when he meets me, I am going to talk about Hazard as passionately as this, and I will defend Robin as passionately as this. But just that with the shades and Half Hope, it's a lot more psychotic in how I speak. And I'll tell you another story. DT. Once super popular. So I was working for this company, and this company used to just get people together. So remember, oh God, I've forgotten the name of it because it used to be with. It's like it was a football calling thing, and remember that's where I first met Terry. So the first time you saw me and Terry Flowers was on this kind of show. So it was this company who brought all of us together: Arsenal Fan TV, Mark Goldbridge, football. Terry's channel, all football Terry's, all this channel, and myself. So once we had this meeting. Robbie was there from Arsenal Fan TV, and so was DT. When I tell you how extremely rude this guy was, how disrespectful he was to Robbie, I say, who the hell do you think you are, you piece of filth? The way he was talking to Robbie, it was insulting, disrespectful, and it almost got slightly racial, in tone. So when we heard the stuff that came out of DT, I was like, oh yeah, of course. So forget what you saw on YouTube. What I experienced face to face and just how he was, where, the cameras are off. No longer for you to be a performance. And you act as useless as this. I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense what you did. So, and again, this comes to the whole thing, again, with this whole thing of being this big YouTuber. Fame, money. So two very dangerous things, fame and money. With money, access to many things, several things. Fame, everyone knows you. Everyone wants to be with you. Everybody wants the photo op. Everybody is clamoring towards you. So you walk into the club, you walk into a social place. Woman, guys, watch Scarface. And this is all linked into Scarface. What did Tony Montana say? First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the woman. That's what Tony Montana said. So as a YouTuber, once you just get the money, with the fame, with that comes power, and then you fill in those blanks. So again, we'll see where all this lies. We have to see where all this lies because again, innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. But those charges don't look good. Like, they don't look good. Yes, it's innocent until proven guilty, but guys, if they've got CCTV footage, it's a slam dunk. There's nothing to even deliberate. If there's CCTV footage, there are photos. I don't know what else to do, so he is screwed. He is screwed. If CCTV shows him doing those egregious acts, and the photos also support that, and the DNA evidence is linked to him, and then I don't want to say this, guys. I don't want to say this, guys. But guys, you say half of you have to keep it a stack. I didn't want to go here, and people say half of you should. Okay, I'll go here. Similar to Diddy, if he is found guilty, are we saying he is the only football YouTuber that would have done what he did, or that has done what he has done? So if he is found guilty, is he the only one within this industry that has done this?